You work more hours than people did 20 years ago. You're more educated, more connected, more productive, and yet it feels like you're running faster just to stay in the same place. That's not laziness, and it's not your imagination. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Working hard hasn't stopped paying off. It's just paying someone else first. This matters right now because millions of people feel the same quiet frustration. They did what they were told: get skills, get a job, work harder, be responsible, but the reward feels thinner every year. So let's slow this down and look at what's actually happening. Not with buzzwords, not with lectures, just the mechanics. Start with the most basic deal in modern life. You trade time for money. Your employer buys your hours. You buy your life with the paycheck. That deal used to feel fair. One income could cover housing, food, savings, and a little breathing room. Now it barely covers rent. Why? The first reason is quiet but brutal. Prices move faster than paychecks. When costs rise quickly and wages rise slowly, the gap doesn't look dramatic at first, but year after year it compounds. If your expenses climb 5% a year and your salary climbs 2%, you didn't fall behind overnight. You slid backwards slowly. That's why it feels sneaky. No single moment breaks you. It just wears you down. Now add housing. Housing used to be a cost. Now it's an asset class. Homes aren't just places to live anymore. They're investment vehicles, collateral, yield machines. When money gets cheap, asset prices rise first. Stocks, real estate, land. Wages don't. So the people who already own assets get richer faster than the people who rely on labor. Not because they're smarter, but because the system is built to reward ownership before effort. That's the second crack in the promise. Here's the third: productivity. You've probably heard this line before. Workers are more productive than ever. That's true. Technology lets one person do the work of 5. Emails replaced assistants. Software replaced departments. But productivity gains didn't flow evenly. For decades, productivity rose while wages flattened. The extra value didn't disappear. It just traveled upward. Shareholders saw it. Executives saw it. Workers were told to be grateful for having a job. Hard work didn't stop creating value. It just stopped being the main way value was distributed. Now let's talk about debt. Debt quietly changed the meaning of a paycheck. Student loans, credit cards, car payments, buy now, pay later. Debt lets you live today on tomorrow's income, but it also means part of every future paycheck is already spoken for. So even if your salary goes up, your freedom doesn't rise at the same speed. The raise fills holes instead of building momentum. That's why raises feel smaller than they look on paper. And here's the part nobody likes to admit. Inflation doesn't just raise prices, it reshapes expectations. When companies realize customers will tolerate higher prices, they don't rush to reverse them. Why would they? Costs might fall, efficiency might improve, but prices stay sticky. Your wage negotiates once a year, prices negotiate daily. That's not a fair fight. Now contrast that with the story we're still told. Work hard, climb the ladder, delay gratification. That story was written in a different economy, one where growth was broad and debt was optional. Today, the ladder still exists, but more people are climbing it at the same time, and some rungs are missing. So when working hard feels less rewarding, it's not because effort lost value. It's because effort is competing against systems that scale faster than humans can. Capital scales, debt compounds, assets inflate, labor clocks in and out. Zoom out and the picture gets even stranger. An economy can grow while people feel poorer. Markets can rally while households struggle. GDP can rise while stability falls. because the system isn't designed to maximize comfort. It's designed to maximize returns. That doesn't make it evil, but it does make it indifferent. And indifference feels personal when you're the one doing everything right and still falling behind. So no, you're not lazy, you're not broken, and you're not alone. The real question isn't why working hard feels less rewarding. It's this: in a world where ownership beats effort and scale beats time, what does fair work even mean anymore?